Hello everyone, BJ's 32 here back again, but I have to play it today. We're going to look at how to play this game, Jalapeno. The best in town, it says, which is from 25th Century Games in Plate, and designed by Michael Kiesling and Wolfgang Kramer, who's a pretty big name in game designers, and also artwork by Danny Aldana. This game originally came out in 1998, hence the 98. It was originally known as Pepper. It came out, I think it was in Germany, and then there was a Japanese version in 2015. Eventually, it got released as Jalapeno, I think it was in 2022, originally from Plate, and then finally 25th Century Games picked it up. This is a trick-taking game. We have this big deck of cards. There's 108 cards, there's 6 colors, numbers 1 through 8. You are going to use a certain number of cards depending on the player count, certain cards depending on the player count. To determine this, you're going to look at the numbers on the bottom and see if your player count is here. So for a 4-player game, I'm going to look for every card that has a 4 and throw it into this deck. You're going to end up, in this case, we're using 1 suit per player. You get red, a dark blue, a light blue, and a orange yellow. And the rest of the cards are going to be put aside. You can see this one only is for 6 to 9 players. So you have to think it's 5 to 9. In this case, for 4 players, we're not using any green, we're not using any pink, and we're not using anything 13 to 18 in the other 4 suits. So that makes it a little bit easy for 4 players. You're just removing the 2 suits and everything 13 and up in the other 4 suits. With different player counts, you're going to use different cards. So point out all the ones are jalapenos. And everything, the same number is the same. This like 18 here is vegan store. And you can see here, it's also vegan store. Like the broccoli. So it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but just a little thing to point out. So you're going to have the cards. You're going to shuffle them. You choose a random player to be the start player, whichever you want. And you're going to deal out 12 cards to each player. Let's just do a 4-player game. And it's trick taking. In this game, you're trying to score the least amount of penalty points or points by the end of the game. And so, there are 12 with 3 cards left over. If I recall correctly, those are going to go in the middle of the table. This is only really in a 4-player game. It depends on the player count. Let me just double check here. Do we have 12 cards each? Well, either I had some cards mixed up in here that shouldn't be in here for the player count, or we just have extra cards. Doesn't matter. We'll set those ones aside, and they're out of the game, as far as I can tell. Let's just say nothing else compares to the delectability of these dishes that are on each card, but the intensity of even just a single jalapeno can throw the whole dish out of balance. And you're going to build up your collection of food options. Whatever you do, stay away from those jalapeno cards. You don't want to catch a jalapeno card, you don't want to win one, and you want to try to get rid of it by the end of the game if you can. Fewest Seth. The set with the fewest negative points after 5 rounds is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. So every card, again, it says here has these features. It has a value, 1 to 18. There is a color and a symbol, so you can identify each suit. The green one is a triangle, by the way, and the pink one is a plus sign. Fun. double check we don't have any wrong ones in here. I guess it doesn't matter. Also, each card has the numbers, of course, to let you know which card you're using for your game. And that is that. Apologize if you hear any noise. Again, you choose to start player however you want. It doesn't say anything about having extra cards, so I'm a little confused about that. Anyway, at the start, you're going to look through your hand. Any jalapenos you have, the number ones, you're going to put face up in front of you. So I have two. That's not great. This guy doesn't have any. This guy has one. And this guy will have one. I'll just double checking the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess there's 4 extra. We'll put those aside as long as there's no. It could be a jalapeno in there, and it just gets removed from the game. So I believe there's supposed to be 3 extra for that purpose. So whoever you decide to start player will start by leading a suit. It is a must-follow, very basic trick-taking game. So I played yellow. This guy has to follow. Maybe he plays the 12. Which could be a mistake, because now this player can, on the turn, they can either play this 9 or they can play their yellow jalapeno. So maybe they do that. Yellow, orange, whatever color I want to say that is. And then this guy will follow. So whoever plays the highest card of the suit that was led, in this case it was 12, wins the trick. They get to collect the cards, and any jalapenos they collect go face up in front of them. They then delete the next trick, and you just go around the table in the same manner. So if maybe he plays this light blue, this guy follows. And yeah, so this guy wins, he collects the cards. So for scoring wise, I guess we can talk about that. Let's just say, these are the cards we won. Let's just say this guy ended up with this. I ended up with 2. So at the end of the game, once you played out all the cards, and you gotta make sure you collect the cards that you win in the trick, and jalapenos go face up in front of you. Jalapenos again can be played at any time as long as they follow the suit. Or if you cannot follow, you can just play one, or you can play any other card. There is no trump suit in the game. And the way scoring works is at the end of the game, once you played, at the end of the game, you're going to add up your points, and then you deal out again, and you're going to play 5 rounds. So after each round, you're going to score up. And the way scoring works is each jalapeno I have was worth -2, so I got -2, -4. Then you're going to look at the cards that you have won in tricks. Let's just say I won these cards in tricks. 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. I won 3 tricks. Every card, I didn't do very good here. Every card that you have that matches one of these colors is going to be worth -1 point. So it's another -1, 2, 3, and -1, 2, 3. These cards are 0. If this player had these cards, he would get -3. He would, in this case, he has -3, 4, 5. -5 plus this, so he's at -7, technically. And this player, he would have light blues here is 1, 2. At -2, so he's at -4. He's doing pretty good. This guy has 0 because he didn't have any jalapenos, and he doesn't get negative points because he doesn't have any jalapenos to match. So you get negative points for each jalapeno, -2 for each jalapeno, and -1 for each card that matches the color of one of those jalapenos. Play 5 rounds, least amount of points. After 5 rounds, wins the game. It's a little bit of a game similar to Hearts. We're trying to avoid perhaps winning certain cards, in this case the jalapenos. I can see where it'd be more interesting with, maybe more interesting with more players because you have more colors that you have to try to avoid, or and more jalapenos to avoid. Probably not as fun with, you know, less players, but I think it's fine with four. I think it's really cool. Fun artwork, nice quality, linen finish, good stock. So yeah, that is jalapeno. To which I say jalapeno, yes. Jalapeno, yes. Comment, like, subscribe, and what you think. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.